as I was pondering over this line this morning, the measure with which you measure will be measured out to you, and still more will be given to you. I was thinking that Almighty God is reminding us how we are called to be people of mercy. I'm reminded of something I read of C.S. Lewis, where he was talking about how so often we think of mercy as excusing someone. And that's not the same thing, where we look at the things that someone else did and we can make excuses for them. We think about the circumstances and all that stuff. And he says, well, that's making excuses. That's not being merciful. Being merciful is where there is no excuse. And still, we give forgiveness. When someone doesn't deserve, doesn't have any right to forgiveness, and yet we still forgive. That is mercy. And so important because, within our own lives, don't we know there's stuff we have no excuse for. We have no excuse for. And sometimes if we think that God's mercy is only about those things which we have excuses for, we can then be down on ourselves and say, I did this and I knew better. I should have done better, and so I can't even go to God for forgiveness. But that is exactly where mercy begins. In those things where we don't deserve leniency, where we don't have any excuse whatsoever. That is where mercy lies. That is the whole point of the divine mercy image and the whole divine mercy revelation, is God saying, those who have the most sin, who have the least excuse, those are the ones who have the most right to my mercy. The most right to my mercy. And then in the gospel today, Jesus is saying, if you want to be like me, then you also must be merciful. For the measure with which you measure will be measured out to you, and still more will be given to you. If we measure out judgment, more will be given. But if we measure out mercy, infinitely more will be given. May we beg God for that grace to be merciful as He is merciful, to be merciful to the people around us, to be merciful to those people who don't deserve mercy, especially ourselves.